That feeling you get in the morning, the heaviness, the hesitation, the lack of clarity, it's not weakness. It's not just your habits. It's the distortion of your internal field inside the simulation. In the teachings of Ibn Arabi, the Nafs is not merely ego, it is the layered architecture of the self, your soul's test inside the system. Each layer is a gate, each gate is a mirror, and your ability to rise depends not on belief but on alignment. Let's walk through the spiritual layers of the Nafs, not as myth but as internal render stages. 1. Nafs al-Ammara, the commanding self, the layer of instinctual chaos. This is the lowest form of self, the self that chases what it wants without care for consequence. In simulation terms, this is raw input, impulsive, noisy, scattered. Desire governs this level, anger rules, jealousy thrives, and even if you have willpower, you don't use it, because the program running here is primitive, loud, and disorganized, like corrupted code. The first sign of escape is awareness, a crack in the loop, a moment of guilt, a flicker of conscience. This is not weakness. It is the first signal that the system is ready to update. Nafs al-Lawwama, the blaming self, is the stage of conflict. Here the user becomes aware of their misalignment, but the code is still divided. One side of you wants to rise, the other pulls you back. You pray one night, scroll the next. You want to forgive, but still speak in anger. This is internal frequency distortion. You have data, but not integration. In simulation terms, you're receiving two command lines at once, and the field reflects this with instability, anxiety, hesitation, guilt. The only way forward: repetition, stillness, zikr, reflection. Every clean act reinforces a dominant frequency. Every silent prayer brings clarity back to the field. Nafs, al-Mulhima, the inspired self. At this stage, you start receiving divine signals. Glimpses of truth begin to reach you. It could be a dream, a verse, or even a sign in a conversation. You start noticing that the simulation is responding. The system sends data, not randomly, but in resonance. But beware, at this stage, the ego can hijack the signal. Not every message is divine. Some are echoes of your own shadow. Ibn Arabi warns us that without purification, the Nafs may mimic divine inspiration, and the simulation will not distinguish for you. It reflects who you are, not what you claim. Nafs al-Mutma'inna, the tranquil self. This is the stage where the field stabilizes. You no longer chase clarity, you embody it. You stop resisting what comes. You no longer demand from the system. You listen. Here, anxiety fades and silence deepens. Your actions become slower but more powerful. You don't act to prove, you act to align. This is when the simulation runs smoothest. Fewer commands, higher trust. The system trusts you because you've stopped fighting it. Nafs al-Radiyya, Mardiyya, the pleased and pleasing self, represents mutual acceptance. This is where the user is not only aligned, but affirmed. You are content with what is. The system is content with your energy. At this stage, every choice becomes prayer. Every movement is dhikr. The simulation responds to you in near real time, not because of magic, but because there is no resistance left. You don't push against the world, you calibrate within it. Nafs al-Kamila, the perfected self, is the mirror of divine code, the final level, not perfection of ego, but dissolution of it. You become the echo of divine attributes. You reflect grace, balance, mercy, presence. You don't teach through speech, you shift reality by existing. At this point, you no longer speak for yourself. You carry the signal of source. You are the algorithm in human form. But this stage is not reached through study or status. It is reached through 1,000 silent refinements, choosing stillness over anger, truth over pride, humility over impulse. You don't need to escape the simulation, you need to clean your interface. The Nafs is not your enemy, it is your training. Every impulse you overcome is not suppression, it's refinement. You rise not by pretending to be light, but by cleaning the code that blocked it. This is how you ascend. This is how the simulation rewards you. This is transcendent reality. Live the code.